Have you ever wondered why certain colors seem to follow you throughout your life? Why you keep buying the same shade over and over? Why one color instantly makes you feel calm while another feels uncomfortable? Most people think color is simply personal preference. But after working with color for more than 40 years as a designer, textile artist, and creative woman myself, I've started to believe something else. I think we're often drawn to colors for emotional reasons. Sometimes the colors we love reflect who we are. Sometimes they reflect what we're missing. And sometimes they reveal the version of ourselves that's trying to emerge. Today, I want to explore what your attraction to certain colors might be trying to tell you. Because color isn't just something we wear, it's something we feel. And once you've been paying attention to it, it can become a powerful way back to yourself. We often think we make decisions logically, but most of our lives are actually driven by emotion. Think about it. The music we love, the homes we create, the people we're drawn to, the art we hang on our walls. Color is no different. When you're exhausted, you may crave softer colors. When you're stepping into confidence, you may suddenly want brighter colors. When you're healing, you might find yourself pulled towards colors you've never worn before. I see this happen constantly with women, especially in midlife. A woman will tell me, I've worn black for 20 years, and suddenly I want coral. Or, I don't know why, but I can't stop looking at turquoise. Those shifts are rarely random. Often something inside is changing first. The color arrives as a clue. Something else I've noticed is that many women stop wearing the colors they truly love. Not intentionally, gradually. They start dressing for practicality, for work, for other people, for blending in. And over time, they lose connection with what feels alive. I know this because I've done it myself. There were years where I wore colors that felt safe, colors that made sense, colors that wouldn't attract attention. But they weren't necessarily the colors that reflected who I was becoming. Sometimes the colors we wear become emotional camouflage, not because we're trying to hide, but because we've forgotten what it feels like to be fully seen. Of course, there are no rigid rules, but here are some patterns I've noticed. So if you're constantly drawn to blue, you may be craving peace, spaciousness, or emotional truth. If green keeps appearing, you may be seeking balance, growth, healing, or renewal. If yellow catches your eye, your spirit may be asking for joy, optimism, playfulness, or expression. If you're attracted to red, you may be craving vitality, confidence, courage, or life force energy. If you love soft neutrals, you may be longing for simplicity, rest, grounding, and room to breathe. If turquoise, teal, or aqua call to you, you may be entering a period of creativity, freedom, or self-expression. And if you've suddenly become obsessed with a color you've never liked before, pay attention. That's often the most interesting clue of all. Because the colors we resist can sometimes reveal the parts of ourselves we're being invited to reclaim. As someone who has spent decades dyeing fabric and designing clothing, I have watched color change people. Not because it magically fixes anything, but because it gives people permission. Permission to express. Permission to experiment. Permission to become. I have seen women put on color and literally stand differently, smile differently, speak differently. It's almost like something inside them recognizes itself. And that's why I've become so fascinated by the emotional side of color. Because I don't think our favorite colors are accidents. I think they're invitations. Here's something I'd love for you to try. Look around your home, your closet, your art supplies, your Pinterest boards. What color appears most often? I know for me it's turquoise. Now ask yourself, what does this color make me feel? What does it remind me of? What might I be craving more in my life right now? Don't overthink it. Just listen. Sometimes the answer arrives immediately. The colors that call to us often carry messages long before our minds catch up. And if you've been feeling disconnected from yourself lately, your colors might hold more clues than you realize. If you'd like to explore this more deeply, I've created a free soul color quiz that will help you begin discovering the colors that make you feel most alive, expressive, and like yourself again. The link is below. And after doing the quiz, if you'd like to go even deeper, you can also join the waitlist for an upcoming soul color party, where we'll explore the emotional energy behind color together. Until next time, pay attention to what you're drawn to. Your soul may already be speaking through color.